Um, One of my friends referred to it as getting kicked in the nuts every day and having to say thank you.
When you went to New York for the first time as a kid,
Mhm.
I mean, what was that experience like for you? Just soaking it all in, taking all of that in, and what kind of impact did those experiences that you had, auditions and getting roles and learning sort of that side of things, what impact did that have on the artist and the creative that you've become?
So that's a great question. You get a lot of rejections, right? So in your case, you probably get like rejection letters or emails or whatever, or nothing. As I would often get nothing. I would go to an audition, and you would either hear back, and if you heard back, it was, we'd like to have a call back with you, or you booked it, or you heard nothing. And it was always very interesting and a little bit of a roller coaster experience to go from something that you're putting a lot of your time and energy into. And for some of these scripts, I would work with my acting coach, and I really try to get into the script. And you think you nailed it, you killed it, you walk out of the audition, and then you just don't hear anything, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, whatever, okay, on to the next thing. And then in some cases, like I've walked into an audition and thought I completely bombed it. Um, and I got it. And it showed me a couple things. First of all, it showed me um, it taught me resiliency in the arts, because this is a very, very tough industry, anything arts wide. Um, One of my friends referred to it as getting kicked in the nuts every day and having to say thank you.
That's a great
Um,
way to put it. Yeah.
and it helped me to just kind of like let things go and be like, okay, you know what? I didn't get that. Really wanted that part. That's okay. I'm going to move on to the next project. Um, and it also taught me that we are not always good judges of our own art. And sometimes other people aren't very good judges of our art either. Right. So if I go up and I do a performance and I think it's terrible, and people come up and congratulate me, whose perspective is wrong? Right. Are they wrong or am I wrong? Right. Or doesn't it matter?
Right. It's two different perspectives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Um,
from a casting director standpoint, because I've sat in that role many, many, many times. It's the same for like agents, and if they reject an author and things like that, it's never personal.
yeah, absolutely.
Very, very rarely would it ever be personal. It's never been personal for me. It's, casting directors know they have a very specific, you know, idea of what they're looking for. And there's all these little pieces that have to fit just right. But it's so easy. We don't always, if you're going into an audition or you're sending out, a query or whatever you're doing, you don't think about that side, because now you're questioning, what did I do wrong? What did I have done better?
Yep.
Oh man, now you start questioning your entire existence.
Of
Like, why am
course.
I doing this? So it's interesting to see both sides and to
Yep.
understand that there's so many layers there.
Absolutely. And something that people that are just getting into the arts don't understand, and you kind of hit on it, is they don't realize everybody is doing a job, whether it's a book publisher, whether it's a casting agent. They're doing a different job than you. They're in a different part of the industry, but they don't necessarily get their jollies from rejecting you.
Right.
Right. It's
Right.
just, it's not right. I'm sorry, you're not a good fit. You've got red hair and we're looking for a blonde, whatever. Right. And some of them are wonderful people, and it breaks their heart to be like, man, you did a wonderful read on this. It's not right for this. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've had to turn down actors for a role because they were brilliant. I mean, they had such talent,
Yeah.
but someone came into that casting room and portrayed that character to a T,
Yep.
exactly what we were looking for. And you had
Yeah.
to go with that person because they had everything, and then you had to say no to the more seasoned
Yep.
actor who had a lot more parts under his belt, who had not been used to being told no. This was somebody that rejections very often, that had done larger work. So yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.